Let's say, I know that was supposed to be the last question, but let's say he does play 16 and they still finish towards the bottom, if not the bottom team in that division. Is Shanahan on the hot seat, or is he? It seems like there's this whole reputation around this guy, whether it's deserved or not, that he's the next bright young genius. But is he truly that good? Like, could he be on the hot seat this year?
Well, I think it's possible that Garoppolo does play 16 games and the Niners still wins only 6 games, because the way the roster is constructed, he's making so much money. It's not really a complete team. They still have holes.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like the Rams, who are paying their quarterback very little and just have like a stacked team everywhere.
Right.
Like, no needs. The Niners have very young receivers who have proven very little. And they have a defensive backfield that's probably the worst in the league. They gave up 35 touchdown catches, only intercepted 2 passes, were last in the league in pass breakups. All they did to improve it was bring in Jason Verrett, who hasn't played in 3 years, really, and may not play at all. So now they're going to be facing a team like the Cardinals twice a year that's running an air raid offense. It's going to go 4 wide, 5 wide, 4 verticals down the field. They're going to try to target the Niners safeties deep, get those guys isolated one-on-one against guys like Christian Kirk and Andy Isabella. It's going to be bad if the Niners play zone coverage. They're going to have safeties covering those guys. If they play man coverage, then Kyler Murray's going to run all over them. I mean, I think the Niners' defensive backfield is really going to hold them back this year. It's going to hold back the team. And I think, so you're asking me, is Kyle Shanahan going to be on the hot seat? Well, he should be. If he can't get a 500 record into his 3rd year, that's not good, especially if you look around the league. Most teams, if they're on the right track, they start showing real progress by year 2. I mean, we're expecting that from the Browns. We saw it from the Bears last year. The turnarounds happen fast. The Niners have been sort of stuck in neutral. So if they go 6-10 this year, would Kyle Shanahan get fired? I doubt it. It would make Jed York look stupid. He's done so much firing recently, and I don't think he wants to make himself look incompetent again. So what he could do, and there was a report that just came out yesterday, which sort of indicates that this would be the direction the Niners would go. John Lynch would be the guy on the hot seat. If you fire Kyle Shanahan, there's probably 100% chance that he would get another job in the league, either as an offensive coordinator or as a head coach, because he has first of all, he had a good reputation as an offensive coordinator. Organizations could say, you know what, he wasn't a head coach, but let's bring him back and let him do the job he was born to do. Or they could say, you know, everyone fails in San Francisco. Let's give him a shot here.
Yeah.
So it's dangerous to fire him. If you fire John Lynch, he hasn't really done anything as a general manager. I don't think any team would be like, oh, that's a guy we have to get either as a GM or as a scout. You know, I think he'd have to at best go back to being a broadcaster or just retire. So it's way easier to just say, you know, we hired a GM who wasn't a GM. It's time to give Kyle Shanahan a real personnel man, and then see what Kyle Shanahan can do when he's only coaching players and not also in charge of scouting them and evaluating talent as well. I think that's probably where this is headed.